Welcome to the cozy confines of the Carolina Football Players Lounge. Brad Muller joined by Dylan Thompson and A.J. Cann. The seniors recently returned from Israel, where they went on a once-in-a-lifetime trip. Guys, tell us about your experience in Israel.
I guess I'll go first. Wow, I mean, you can't come back and just say the trip was like blank and put a word or a sentence behind that. You see so much stuff spiritually, culturally, and the people you meet, you never forget their faces. And it's just really cool that football brought it all together. And you think, somebody in Israel, maybe 10 people in the whole, nation know about football. Completely wrong. Those guys do everything. And it was a really special place to go and visit, and it made a huge impact on us.
The purpose of this trip was a football camp. And as you said, not too many folks think of Israel and football. They think of maybe the other kind of football, but you guys seem they're real anxious to learn the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like as soon as we walked onto the field, they took us in, loved us. They were ready to go, ready to learn. It was so many kids there that they were just so ready to play. They were so attention to detail. Everything we taught them, they was picking it up just so fast, just like this. And there were so many kids there. I was saying to myself, man, I wish I could bring this kid back to the States and see what he can do. Before you go on your trip, was there any apprehension? I mean, this isn't exactly the Club Med when you're going over to Israel. There's a lot going on over there. Were you guys nervous? Well, there was some points in time where you felt a little bit out of place and a little nervous, but at the same time I was safe. It was crazy there because it's common, you see a guy walking down the street smoking a cigarette, you walk by him and, hey man, how you doing? There, you have a soldier just walking down the street, with his weapon, like it's okay. Hey man, how you doing? I'm like, hey man, how you doing? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I kind of telling AJ, he's from Bamberg, never really been out the South. We were talking about it before, and we were both kind of, not nervous, but just anxious to see what it's like. Because I'd never been in the Middle East, and obviously he hadn't either. And but the thing that was, I guess, cool once you got there, and neither one of us can explain it, you just feel safe. I don't know what it is. You don't feel any threat of anything, and obviously there's some stuff going on there. We've heard about it a lot since we've been back, and while we were there, more so than before we went. But it's just something that's happening, but we felt safe the whole time. It's true that you can be 320 pounds and float in the Dead Sea. He did that.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool experience for me too as well. That swimming in the Dead Sea. Dill and all the other guys were like, "Come on, AJ, you can do it." I'm like, "Man, I can't swim," and they're like, "You float." I'm like, "Y'all guys are like 200 something." I'm like 320 pounds. I'm not gonna float in this water. So I get out and I'm tiptoeing, and I lose my balance. I'm like, "Oh man, oh man!" All of a sudden, I'm coasting. About 300, 400 yards out, I'm floating in the Dead Sea. Not moving the muscle, just floating along.
It was cool. You could tell we meant something to them. Yeah. And we're just dudes coming from America, that happen to know about football, but they're wanting to share life with us. Yeah. And they were in the middle of a tough time, and I think football brought us all together.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for telling us your story. For Dylan and AJ, I'm Brad Muller.